What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Pert Near Outdoors podcast. This is going to be a kind of a throwback podcast. As I mentioned in the intro to this past week's episode, wasn't necessarily going to have the time to get an episode recorded before we left town for the elk hunt, elk and deer hunt to Colorado. So I was thinking about it. Instead of not posting anything, I figured I'd rerun an episode from the early days. Back in 2019 when we started the podcast, one of our first few episodes was actually sitting around the campfire up in the high country in Colorado, enjoying a couple adult beverages and eating some backstrap from the freshly harvested elk that we got on that trip. So I thought it'd be fun. I think, obviously the podcast has grown a lot since those early days, and many people may not go back to the beginning to listen how it all started or listen to some of the early on episodes. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of republish this, and hopefully this will be posting on Monday. What is Monday's date? Monday the 13th. Hopefully by Monday the 13th, we have already done something along these lines and found ourselves in some elk or deer and have some fresh meat to eat at camp and enjoy with the guys. So we're getting pretty excited. Recording this on Thursday afternoon, the 9th. Our flight flies out tonight. Of course, like every trip seems to go, there's already some little snafus to the travel plans. So we got a notification that our flight was backed up. Well, it was originally supposed to be 5 o'clock, and we would be getting into Colorado at 7, which was awesome, and then we'd have time to kind of settle in and get a good night's sleep before we head up in the mountains on Friday morning. But, of course, our flight is delayed. Don't know why, but it's delayed till 9 o'clock, and we will be lifting off and getting out of Buffalo around 9 and not into Colorado until 11-ish. So we are going to just get a hotel room tonight, and then we'll be actually right there and can kind of have a breakfast, take a shower, and get ready to head up into the mountains pretty early. So is what it is. That's the name of the game with these trips, is you got to go with the flow and not get too worked up because things never seem to go the way you expect them. So it's par for the course, and we accept the changes, and we're excited to get up in the high country tomorrow morning. I think that's what I've got for the rundown here. When we get back, I'll have a bunch of episodes to replay from this, and I've got a bunch of people that I've been in touch with that I want to sit down and do a podcast with. Just the primary focus has been getting through the beer event and getting ready for this hunt. And when we come home, of course, it'll be 1 week off and then right into deer season here in New York. But there's a lot of people I want to talk to, and there's always stuff to dig into, and I really look forward to it. So to all of you that are heading out this weekend, which is kind of wild, this weekend, the 11th through the 19th, there's that doe season in the select units across New York State. So I wish everybody good luck that goes out there. Be ethical, do the right thing. I know I had a message on Facebook with someone who was voicing their opinion that they disagreed with me. I know I'm in support of this early hunt. I think it's good to give people opportunity to be part of the process, to manage the herd, and to meet the goals of the DEC. I don't have an issue with it personally. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I think that the state giving us the ability to be part of that process as hunters is great. But the person's concern that they voiced was that they don't trust that everybody's going to be ethical and that there won't be bucks being poached and things like that. So if you're listening to this, I understand that concern. And if you are an individual who is thinking about going and doing something off the reservation and doing something illegal, I would hope you'd think twice about doing that. I really don't think that's a large percentage of people. There's peckerheads, I guess is the term I'll use. There's peckerheads everywhere that always can bring the whole group down. So out of 1,000 hunters, probably 998 of them or 999 are good, ethical people that would make the right decisions and do the right thing. And that one person can ruin it for everybody. So for those 999 people, you should keep your eyes peeled. If you see something funky, if you see somebody driving around, report it. Let's try to police our own here when it comes to that stuff, because the DEC and the Rangers and the DEC officers are probably going to be pretty stretched thin here with this season being a little unpredicted and kind of different, being able to use guns. So if you're a private landowner, you see something funky going on, let's not ruin this thing before it gets started, because I think to achieve the goals of the DEC and the herd management, I think it's a great idea, and I think it's awesome we have the opportunity. So let's not blow this, and let's be the good sportsmen and women that we know we are. So that's my message there, my public service announcement for this upcoming hunt. Enjoy it, have fun, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. You can take that for what it is. Anything else? I'm trying to think. Got the home Bills opener this weekend. Pretty fired up for that, for everybody who's going to be able to enjoy that. So I hope when I check my phone on Sunday night that the Buffalo Bills are victorious and that everything went swimmingly well at the stadium. So have fun to everybody. It's a great time of year. And I guess lastly, 9/11 is this Saturday, 20th anniversary. I hope everybody out there takes a moment to just take a pause, think about what the last 20 years has been, especially with all the recent happenings with the pullout of Afghanistan. I know it's something that's emotionally bothered me, and I know a lot of the people that I am surrounded by, we all feel the same way. As an American, I think, regardless, take your politics out of it. It's a long war. It's our war. It's our generation's war. A lot of guys and girls our age have been over there and served the country and sacrificed a portion of their life to go over there and risk their lives to help make someone else's life better and to keep us all safe here at home. And just thinking about what the men and women who are stuck over there under this new control, to think about what their lives are right now and how much it's changed in the last 6 weeks is it's pretty sobering, and it should make us all pretty appreciative for what we have here. We know we can all do better, but I think we do pretty damn good, and we have a good life here in the U.S., and we need to be proud of that, and take a moment to think about those around the world that aren't so lucky to have what we have. So that's where I'll leave that, and that's a thought for you to have on this 20th anniversary of 9/11, and most importantly, make sure to thank your veterans and your service men and women who are working so hard to keep us safe and keep those around the world safe as well. So that's my closure here. I hope you have a great week. Enjoy our podcast from 2019 up in the high country of Colorado, enjoying a Rocky Mountain Backstrap and a Rocky Mountain Vodka tea. So thank you, everybody. Have a great week, and keep fading them.
Hello.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
name.
Squirrel's got me.
Big Jim.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really cold and fun.
Cold and fun.
Cold and fun.
That's good that you think that of it, because that's what your hunting typically is cold and fun.
Yesterday morning, I'm glassing up on the pass and I see these deer moving. And I'm like, ooh, there's some deer moving. All of a sudden, I just see this person just head down, just hauling ass, wearing shorts and a t-shirt with a pack on. And I'm like, is that Tard? My dad always talks about floating through the woods like the autumn breeze.
So Robert's
when you're
the ghost, and
275
what's
pounds, I don't know how you do that, but
the Freightliner. It's just like a creeper. You're just kind of up in the corner watching what's going on down there.
yeah. He's like,
he's up there slapping it, pissing all over everything.
is it warm yet?
How did you know the name of the actor?
That's right. I know.
How did you say his name?
Hervé Villechaize.
You know what pert near means.
If you know what pert near means and you live in America, you're a redneck too.
Welcome to the Log Talk Podcast, brought to you by Pert Near Outdoors.
Had the navigation on. It says we're going to be here at 350 when we left.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down to 340. We stop. It goes back up to 350. So we're fighting that the whole way, right? We're making minutes here and there. So Slicky takes a 20-minute nap, and it says we got 3 hours and 50 minutes to go, right? And the navigation got shut off because it's through our phones.
Oh.
And Danny restarted it. It says 3 hours, 20 minutes. Billy wakes up and he's like, Like, we crushed it, half hour. Or it was said we were going to be here at 3:20 instead of 3:50. He's like, how the hell did you do that? I go, you were sleeping? Don't worry about it.
You're like, yeah, I was driving 100. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, the way you're driving, I believe it.
He would if he could.
Yeah.
So
We
it's pretty
opened up
funny.
like a Google app instead of an Apple app.
And it
And
shaved
it took a half hour off our
And
drive.
even with that accident, we still got 22 and a half hours.
We did with just two of us.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
What you got there in your hand there, senor?
Senior T.O.
Lots of water.
Little H2O.
Oh my.
I'm on it. I
Is
got
that-
this figured out.
Is that water or is that vodka?
That's water.
You want a sip?
No.
Where did that come from?
Deep Creek.
Is it sterilized?
Cardo just went for a walk. Probably not.
Probably not.
Vodka sterilizes it, right?
He hasn't. He's been drinking right out of the creek the whole time.
I'll,
Nah,
Is he really?
I'd prefer to not find out what that feels like.
I think you already did.
Yeah?
Too late.
Great. Okay.
Too late on that one.
Is it worth stopping now?
That means I'm going to smell like Danny tomorrow?
Who cares what you smell like? It's what comes out.
You just want to make sure it comes out.
I always forget how I make these.
Yeah, if the water's flowing good, this water's as good as it's gonna get. So
You think so?
Think about it. You know, people have drank spring water forever. You know, hundreds of years.
This thing
Comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
You
this
don't
is coming
know.
out of the ground because it's not even coming out of a.
I mean, if it was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
pool,
I know.
All you
like,
know, though, is that
you know
there's a
what I
freaking elk wallow up above there full of Paducey water.
Yeah.
Does that really matter? I think if you drink a little of that,
Is that why I
Shoot
saw those elk tonight?
maybe you'll pull the hammer back and then squeeze the trigger next time.
Oh, okay.
For the
That-
record, there is definitely not an elk wallow above that
No.
No?
We were
stream
above
that's
it.
coming out.
Okay. So
That
you
is
inspected the stream.
Serious spring water. We were above it.
no, if it's questionable, I'll definitely filter it. But
I'm a
How
big
do you
fan
know
of
if it's
filtering,
questionable?
you kind of follow it up.
You know what, Danny? We used to go to Sweetwater
And
there.
like over there, I was filling up, and I can follow the creek up with
Yeah.
my eyes
And
to a
then stop.
rock,
Yeah.
pouring out of the rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's how
Yeah, it can't get much
You-
better.
you can drink shittier water from a bottle. In my
Probably.
eyes. You know, purified.
Yeah. As
What?
Brian's filling up water, when him and I went over to that stream earlier, and he's upstream, and I'm filling up downstream, and I'm like, I wonder how long it takes for that water that he's upstream, kicking up dirt and mud and.
We drank water out of Sweetwater Creek, you know, and Chris had been there a couple times before me, and it's flowing. You know, it's a big creek, so there's a lot coming. We always drank it. Well, the one campsite had a hose or a pipe coming out of the side of the mountain, which was better, but we always drank it right out of the creek. And then the one trip we went up top, the second one, and the lake that was
What was it like called though?
the lake was. Well, we named it Dead Horse Lake
Did I
because there was a
shut
dead
the radio
horse
off?
Yeah.
on the friggin' edge
off.
of the lake. After
No.
that, we started filtering water. But that's nothing.
You found a dead horse in there?
There was a dead horse on the side of the edge of the lake,
Really?
and that lake overflowed into the creek.
That's
You got the
it. Water
podcast
out of-
going now.
Yeah.
But that's way different. Like Tara
That
said,
meat's
that's a
running right
big
through me,
creek. There's
Danny.
all kinds of shit feeding for a long ways. These little streams here that are coming out of the rocks.
All right, now we're gonna start pushing it.
This is kind of
Oh, yeah.
Starving kids in Africa. Slap a little juice on there.
Oh yeah.
Get it all.
Oh, right
Wipe
up on it.
that elk juice.
Get in your pores.
Thanks, buddy.
It helps your stock.
Sorry, your
Since
underpants
that's
are falling
hammering
off.
down already. I'll keep going.
You see one of them Democrats?
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
What's your beef?
Your pants are falling off. Need some suspenders or what?
I wore my tight fitting jeans for you boys.
Got your skinny jeans on? How's the mixologist doing over there?
I'm drunk because I've tasted so many times to get it right. right, we're not even testing it again. It's just gonna be. We'll give it a little.
Shaking a tickle.
Danny, you gonna have a taste? The mixologist needs a taste tested.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you gotta
A
taste
little
this one. It's a
drizzle.
different batch.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, that'll do.
That's gonna do.
I'll take a little
A little
taste.
bit of vodka in there.
Let's have a little
Here.
toast on this.
All
one.
Hey, a toast to
you
that.
just-
Here's to the first freaking elk kill on this.
There you go.
There
Bam,
we
bam,
go.
bam.
Hold on, get the geriatric fuck in here.
Eat your Geritol there, Danny boy.
Good job, boys.
Oh,
You know-
man.
We figured it would happen, but we always figured it would happen.
Well,
But it happened.
We all knew, it's just fun that we all talked about. You guys are gonna come in here. Everybody talks a huge line of shit.
yeah, I know.
But you guys came in here and got it done on opening day. It's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And it's cool that you
And
guys
it
are
happened. It was so funny the way it happened. You
Yeah.
know, it's just you never know how it's going
That's all we wanted to do during bow season was to call an elk in and
And-
have the other one shoot at it.
and we couldn't.
And it just never worked out that way.
Last
it was always
year?
like
Yeah.
they were always on the outskirts. They never wanted to come in or anything. And like this one was like Bob said, it was like
It's
on a
just
string. It
the
came
time
right
of the
in.
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Think
And
about turkey
it was
hunting.
like it couldn't be any perfect. It was like
Yep.
textbook.
Yeah.
But we
And then
waited
you were
the
right
whole
there,
year
too.
It's
to
like
get
what you
even,
actually
and we
see
got
what in the
even, you
movies.
know?
Yeah.
But you call a turkey 8 days in a row,
I know.
and they go the other way.
Right.
The next day, you go in there,
Who would expect?
runs in on a string.
I know. Who would expect a bull that caliber to be sitting up there by himself?
I know. It's bizarre.
Well,
It is.
And this bull wasn't as impressive tonight that I saw with all those cows.
So that must be these.
it's just like a creeper. You're just kind of up in the corner watching what's going on down there.
Yeah.
You know,
He's like,
you know, he's up there slapping, it, pissing all over everything.
is it warm yet?
You wonder if maybe they're trying to get a big herd at some point. Like maybe that guy had another herd over the hill that he knew was just gonna be there.
Yeah, no,
I
he
don't
wouldn't
know
leave
how it
anything
works
that
like
he's
that.
got gathered.
It was pretty cool watching that bull tonight with those cows. Because he was just,
Yeah.
he was right on
Especially
them.
with the
Was he
bucks.
making a lot of noise?
No, he didn't make any noise. He was
He
walking
wasn't,
around like he was.
chuckling. You remember that one when we were watching? He was fucking chuckling.
If I was,
He was
if I
He
was
was
going
running
nuts.
to the other side.
if I was a little bit closer, I might have been. He was doing something where he was going like he was about to bugle,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. I couldn't
He
hear
was
him.
probably just going. Whoop, whoop,
Yeah, he was
that
probably
little-
He
clunking
was
or
trying to get
whatever.
a taste.
Yeah,
that
he
one-
just wanted to lick.
Yeah, but then he went. Those bucks were over there fighting, and he went over there and he pushed all those bucks away from his cows.
That's
That
weird.
was the
that they were
coolest thing.
together.
Well, you
Man,
learn
that's
a lot
awesome.
Yeah,
from hunting in Unit 62 and watching what they, because they're the same with the cows, the
The-
Black Angus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So you come over the hill, and there's 40 Black Angus there. Well, here comes the 1,800-pound. I don't know how much of them big bulls.
They're,
were.
some of them are big there.
They're like a couple thousand pounds.
16, 18,
They're
maybe.
the
big.
Angus.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
big.
Yeah.
So here comes that bull with a, 55-gallon drum head, and he starts doing that. He was chuckling.
Glunkin or whatever.
Yep. Me and Tard ran into him, and
What'd the bull do? The Angus.
he started like grunting and chuckling, and he ran right up, got between us and the cows, and he pushed all them cows down the hill.
The actual Angus cows.
Yeah.
The bull did.
Yep.
No shit.
And he wouldn't have been happy. He wasn't happy we were there.
Oh, I run into that fucker.
I can't imagine.
that had his ass right. His head. He was halfway into a lick, and he turned around and he seen me and holy fuck! I said, Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to shoot this motherfucker.
There's some Black Angus.
Yeah, I don't.
Bones tonight.
And that's what he did. Oh man, did he give me a fucking look?
Were you with me, Tard? Or I came
Well,
over a little
you've been
hill
around
and I
cows
ran
your
right
whole
into the
life.
whole
Yeah,
herd.
but you can't trust a
I don't
bull.
remember
No.
Never.
No.
Not an
We
old
ran
bull.
into him on the road,
You cannot trust him.
On the
That's what I
four-wheeler.
know.
Yeah.
just like the muley.
Smoked
I
a mule
wouldn't want to
too.
hunt anywhere with
my
with
left
them.
leg.
I did not like that.
No.
Because I know I've heard of plenty of people that got trampled by bulls.
Yeah.
Telling you, he was doing like that chuckle.
Yeah.
It was
this
like
guy,
a high pitch.
but he took all his cows, just like you said. He got the
just-
frig out of
but
Dodge.
He looped around him.
But you remember that bull on the hillside too? when we were watching him come down, he was chuckling and like keeping track of all his cows. He didn't stop making noise all the way down that hill. He was.
They're all different.
All the way down that hill.
Yeah.
He was fucking making some sort
He
of
was
noise.
screaming the bull. He was bugling. Or which one are you talking about?
Remember when we were in 62? We see him the one night, and then we went back.
Yeah, the one
you were on that.
Yeah,
I was on the other side.
he was screaming bugles, but he would just chuckle and grunt. And
He was making all.
He was
trying to keep his.
Yeah.
I mean, what he had 5 or 6 cows,
Yeah,
but he
5 or
was.
6.
See, I wonder if that bull,
He was only a 3-year-old.
that bull tonight. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anybody around him challenging him. You know, like
Yeah, I wonder what's going on because it's different than last year. Boy, there was a lot going on.
Right.
And the guy said when we talked to the guy over there on the trail, he goes, "Is good," but he goes, "It's hit or miss." Because Creek
It's
is
kind
a
of a
travel
travel
corridor.
corridor.
They go back and forth.
between. He goes, "It's a travel corridor. They go back and forth."
Okay.
So he goes, but it's not always good.
What would he say about this here? He's not talking.
He laughed that we were coming up here because I think it was too far.
I think
Where he
everybody
was-
thinks this is too far.
Where he was he went as far as he could go.
Yeah.
Like
It
he
felt
said, he
too
almost
far
died
today.
getting
Well,
the bull out.
he said you got 5 guys. He's like, it's different packing a bull
Oh,
out
yeah.
with 5 guys. If you're
Well, sure, you ain't
by
gonna do it by
yourself.
yourself.
If you're by yourself, you're not coming up.
So, but he was just below us. So he's okay with that.
Yeah.
But he goes, "How the hell did you guys?" Because we go
Yeah,
from
that
New
was
York.
funny.
We drove 23 hours. And we hiked up. He goes, "How the hell do you pick this?"
Yeah.
Go, gnarliest looking.
Yeah.
Farthest back. You know,
You got to start somewhere.
Right.
farther back and the gnarlier, the less
That
people
was
and the more
funny.
games.
Again, I
There
got-
was people up there that 62 said, "What? You came all the way up
Yeah, they
here
said the
from
same
New
thing.
York? Like, what? Why did you come here?"
Like,
Dude,
gotta
I'll
start
tell
somewhere.
you. Tell me that this is not the spot.
Well,
I mean,
This is
People know about it though. Like hunters are coming up in here
But
over the weekend.
they don't put the time in.
and there was no bugling. Well, there was.
yeah,
No, there was.
there was.
But there's something weird going on, like you said, that like that bull doesn't seem like he should be a herd bull that I saw tonight.
Okay,
With those
well,
cows.
the one we seen was.
Yeah. So where is he and who's he with?
And where's
you
the
know?
herd?
Right.
Yeah, we
A
don't.
herd of
yeah,
8
is
cows
there?
isn't
It's
a
not a
So
herd.
okay, so here was 8 with which we suspect is a different bull than we seen Friday,
Yeah.
and he had 8. So the herd
Is
it
it
got
split
split?
up?
Is there another 8 somewhere else?
Right.
Mhm. 'Cause
Or
there
the
was 30 cows
15?
last year.
Right.
You know what I
we
mean?
saw 5 going up over the hill over there the other day.
Maybe there
I
was
would
split- I
not
don't-
be surprised if there's deer or elk down in
in this
this
I just-
sanctuary over here.
I can't believe the volume of deer just in this small area.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a
loaded.
few
I knew there was
others.
deer last year. But
It's
geez.
crazy.
There's
Give me a
50
jihad.
deer in this basin.
The holy war going on right now.
What could we
Be
have shot?
cleansing.
We could have shot 2 does on the way down today when we're still hunting, right?
I think there's 50 deer in this basin.
Easily.
Oh, good grief!
No, there's 150.
You
For
think?
what we saw 15 just over here.
It's not 150, but
I don't
There's
know.
a lot.
there's a pile.
There
Could
might
be
be
100.
How
100.
many bucks did you see, Bill?
There was at least 8 or 10 in that group, and they just kept coming out.
Christ.
So, and we saw 4 plus the one you tried to stalk.
I almost stalked.
No, you stalked him.
Yeah.
Just say you stalked
I stalked him, but
It was
he
just
got
a- it
nervous
Was a
because
blown stock.
It was a
It was a
blown
blown stock,
Call it
okay.
a stock.
just call it what it is. Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah.
Wind's starting to blow a little.
But, so there's, maybe there's only 100 deer, but there
Whatever.
ain't 50.
There's a lot.
We're in them.
Yeah, we're here.
It's good to all be in camp together.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this makes the trip a lot better. Not that it wasn't fun with just Bill
No,
and
but
Dan,
it was just it was
It happened
was
last time,
hard.
too.
What were you going to do coming in a little bit later?
No, and we wanted to give that spot
You
a chance
wanted to look
because
at it
we
'cause-
want to know when we come back again. Because if you come here and
And there's
for some
nothing.
reason nothing's going on,
Yeah,
now where are you?
I know that was the plan all along. We talked about it every time we had
That
a
was
meeting.
the plan, and that's why
'Cause
we did
looked
it.
good. So why wouldn't you check it out?
And like that guy said, it is good sometimes.
Yeah.
And
But-
look at where's the rest of the herd? Maybe you guys are missing
Well,
them.
he's seen
maybe
some
they're in the
raghorns.
timber just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
Maybe they're there. You
This
know what
guy
I mean?
said
I'm
he's seen
not-
some
Look at us,
raghorns.
Tard. We walked down through here today, probably not far from where these came from.
Yeah.
We had to.
That's the thing. I'm watching where you
Where
guys
were
are
they?
walking.
Oh, you
Dude,
see?
we
our-
walked
Well, I see your tracks and I kind of figure what
we
the
walked up the gut.
You walked up the middle of it.
Yeah, we took
So
it
it's a-
right down
I mean-
over camp and right up to the corner.
So
And
me-
there wasn't that much sign.
Robert, let me show you on the map where they came out. 'Cause that might help you to.
You only have to miss it by a little bit, you know.
200 yards.
That's right. All right. So
And we saw some decent sign.
camp's where the blue dot is right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a marker camp.
All the deer and out came out of that where that X is right there.
Yeah.
And I gotta believe you guys have been going through there.
Well,
It's right at pretty much right at that elevation line right
we
there.
never was in there last year. We never went in any of this.
But you want to know what's funny is that Rob was telling me that he thought that all of his waypoints that he shared with me, they were all at 11,200 feet. And that's exactly where that point is. It's 11,200 feet. And he said that when he was up in here those 2 years with Summer, with his girlfriend, that they were pressuring him and they would just keep hanging. They would just go back and forth at that. 11-2.
Really?
And now I'm looking at that, and that point is at 11-2.
So you got different. You got the line. See, I don't
You
have
can
that.
so you can turn it. You can hit hybrid.
Oh, okay.
You
Here.
just keep hitting it.
Oh, I didn't do that. Okay.
So it's satellite.
Yep.
Just for shits and giggles, go to the other side and see what
Over here?
11-2 brings.
What do you mean the other side?
Where you guys were?
No, where
This,
Where we
this,
had
this
all
is
the
the
action
11.
last
This
year.
is the 11-2
Oh,
line
last
right
year.
here.
where we had all the action last year.
Up in the corner.
You guys weren't shitting. There's a lot of meadows in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
11-2. Is that pretty similar to where you were seeing the activity last year?
Where's the edge of the?
Where's
think about,
Buffalo?
like,
Yeah, where's
Buffalo's
the
right here.
just
This is
overlooking
the
that
edge of
one
it.
little meadow.
This is the corner.
It's
Yep.
nuts.
So I've got that bull marked where when we were talking, we were scouting.
Yeah.
I want to drop.
That's
down
where it
into
sounded
the
like you guys saw the.
today, and then go to the next meadow.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
And that's
that
where it'll be.
next one looks
And
awesome.
I think we can beat it.
I don't know.
I
They
don't
were
know.
moving around.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
were-
last
they were-
year.
But they were all in
They
this
came
area.
up
It
the
sounded
corner
like.
and they went way down because we followed them down that herd the one day.
Yeah,
They
the,
were
one-
all
the one
over
day they
there.
went really low.
Yeah.
They were pretty much at the bottom. It
And-
seemed like the bull was at the bottom and the cows were on each side.
Yeah, and you never heard it, but when we were camping at the bottom, at least 2 nights I heard
But if
cows
there's one and you shoot
calling
No
in,
kidding.
in the dark at night
Do Really?
from a
everything I can
tent.
to
Yeah,
know
so
just
they
in
were
case.
all the way. They're all over the place.
And if there's more
Let's
than
get
one,
down in there and get our spot set.
but you know what I mean, like if
Where you going?
run into a group of bucks or
Where are you going?
Numb sitting here.
in the woods. We're gonna get venison.
Yeah.
It's this little thing.
The little
We're
thing you
gonna
and Danny.
finish what you started.
So what happened to you and I being
Called
on?
venison.
What happened
I'm
to
gonna
you and
finish
I?
what you started. When I pull the hammer back, that fucker don't even sit back for about a quarter second. Big bang, little smoke.
You know
Break
what,
a
Robert?
couple legs and then
Blood
try,
smoke.
you know,
All right.
just keep reloading,
Yep.
Billy. You know,
Yep.
These are all factors
slow 'em
that.
down.
About 7 seconds, and I'll have the next one.
Yeah.
2 more legs
See,
broken.
if I would have shot, I would
7 more
it would've
seconds, I'll
taken
pull
me
one right through the boiler room.
a minute and a half to reload. I
A
had to
minute
make
and a
sure-
half?
2,
7?
7 minutes.
Well, I shot that doe twice in Letchworth, and you shot before me.
Yeah.
And then I reloaded the third time,
Sorry.
ran
you-
down the hill 100 yards, got to the doe. Yours was there. One of them was still kicking,
Mine
and
was
you
still
were
kicking.
still on the other side of the valley, going
ting ting
ting
ting.
ting ting.
Listen, I got that new. I got that new ramrod, and I don't need the ting tinging
Oh,
anymore.
good. I'm glad of that.
Yeah, I upgraded. I got that nice new ramrod.
Dude, don't them power belts just slide right in or what?
We do.
What about you, Billy?
No, I gotta hammer him home. Right, Brian?
I've seen it done.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
You know what? For this thing though, you know,
What's
I
the
took one shot at that doe and I
And you
killed
hit
her.
See, I like to get my barrel warm.
I know. Typically, your second shot's your best shot. That's why you
And
have
after
to get
that,
a
they get
reload.
better.
For me, I need one shot, and I
like-
want one shot.
It's like a fine wine.
See, you like
It
to
gets
sip
better
a
with
fine
time.
wine. I just like to drink shitty wine that's cheaper, and I'll drink a bunch of it.
What's better than just a metal pot with just a who knows how well mixed vodka tea
Tastes good.
with some
That's
water
good
that's got
enough.
for sure got
You'll
Giardia
learn,
in it.
you'll learn sooner or later
No,
to
that
get one of
vodka
these
killed it.
3-ounce mugs over here that do you real good.
That's part of my cook set. You know, it's multi-purpose. You can't do nothing with that other than drink fluid out of it.
Oh, I do all kinds of shit with that.
I could cook in that. I
Do
could
my
fry a
morning oats in that.
I could fry a make-believe backstrap of an animal that I shot.
You were so close. You pulled the hammer
Fuck,
back.
I was close.
I don't get. There's only one more step after
I
pulling the
know.
hammer back.
But okay, let me play this out. I was a little overwhelmed. My
bet.
senses were like,
No, I bet.
I got bucks fighting.
I know.
I got a bull tending his cows,
I know.
like literally in the same
You
sight
think the
picture.
heartbeat was up a little?
Oh my god!
It should be. And
I was
just-
setting my gun
I'm
down.
giving
And
a shit because I know how much. Yeah. I know how shaken I would have been.
I was setting my gun down, and I'm
But I
just
still think I would have pulled the trigger.
You
Yeah.
probably would have, but
But maybe it
said
wouldn't have
on the
been
way
good.
up the opening morning. I don't think I'm not gonna shoot anything over 100 yards. Did
Yeah.
you say that?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was practicing further, but
I know.
100 yards, I'm.
it
pretty
looks a
happy.
lot different. Like when you
Yeah.
got that animal
No, I-
standing there,
Yeah.
and he was mingling
just
with his
riding
cows. I know,
Yeah.
but it's hard
No,
because
it
If you don't think you can make the shot,
yeah.
I've had. an
I
elk-
want to know if I pull that trigger, that's a dead elk or a
I've-
dead deer immediately.
I've heard an elk and thought it was close, and my freaking knees are clattering.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think I could have pulled the hammer back.
that first time to 62 when that was a hell of a hunt that day. I stalked or you tracked these fucking things all the way up the mountain. It was a bull and a cow and a calf or whatever it was. I knew there was a bull. I stalked for hours and got up, and by that time, you're tired. Got a little sloppy somewhere. I made a little noise, and all of a sudden they jumped up.
Yeah.
And I've been following 3 tracks all day, half a day. And they get up, and I see one come through, cow. Another cow, and I'm going, oh my God. It's got to be a bull. No, it's another cow. Or whatever, or that didn't come through.
Just didn't.
Well,
come
the
through.
bull snuck out the back, and I seen his horns stick up above the bushes. But then the cows, I watched them. Well, that was later. I watched these cows go out. They were only 40-some yards.
Oh,
Listen to this. But I was shaking so fucking bad, Billy.
yeah.
I had a big rock. If I don't even know if I could made the shot leaning
At
on that
40
rock.
yards.
Really?
I never had buck fever so bad in my life.
Really?
Never, ever.
That's crazy.
And that's what Tard said too. When
I felt pretty good when I was on him. I was solid, but again,
You
there
were
was
on the
just
ground, right?
yeah, I was laying in a
So you had a-
creek bed.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good base, but I mean, like I put the gun down. And I was talking to myself. I'm like, just breathe. You've made this shot. You've practiced this. You can do it.
a mule deer is different.
Yeah, but that elk at 114 yards, I had him in the peep sight, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, he's gonna keep coming. That's all I kept thinking is that these things are gonna be under 100 at any moment, and he was pushing those bucks,
Yeah, they were coming.
and I was starting to think, I'm like, I might just shoot this buck.
Well, yeah.
Like those are nice bucks. I'm like, I'll just shoot the buck, because if he kept pushing him like he was, if those cows didn't freak on him.
Would you have bucks 4x4s similar to what, like you took home last time?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
just
yeah. There
nice-
was.
just nice.
They were all
4x4s?
like just nice, whether they're 2.5-year-olds or
Oh, they were probably 3.
I'm thinking
Because
they
they're
were.
pretty. The yearlings aren't big here.
Yeah.
The yearlings aren't, and then the 2-year-olds.
2-year-olds, they're just them basic.
So they were probably just it was a bunch of 3-year-olds, and maybe
Yeah, that's what it
maybe the
was.
one that I really liked that I was watching that was pushing all the other bucks around was probably 4, and he was a little bit bigger and he was shedding his velvet. But that I never saw that the 4x4 that I saw that when I came over the radio to tell you I saw another buck,
Mhm.
I never saw him again. I only saw these other bucks
Did
sticking
any of
around.
them come this way?
No,
No, I didn't figure.
they were all headed. They were gonna work their way up towards that side hill,
Mhm.
and that's where they were going. But it was funny. It was almost like
Crazy that they're
they were
bedding up
waiting.
there.
They were waiting for the sun to go down, and then the sun went down.
They're going up
And
there.
it felt like they were waiting
Oh.
for the wind to change
because the food's
Yeah.
good
to
up
really
there.
commit to go up.
I guess.
But
Because if they're all coming
the wind
down
wasn't
low,
changing,
go
and then
up.
it
We
swirled at
figured
that
it
one
opposite.
moment, and
Yeah, so it's opposite of what we're used to.
Everything's going up to
They're
feed
going
here.
up to
Yeah.
feed and
'Cause the
coming
timber's down
to
low.
bed.
You know.
Because it's cool down here during
You
the day.
can't trust the wind here.
No, but generally, the elk and the mule deer bed high,
Yeah,
come down low to feed at night. But they're doing the opposite here.
yeah. There's
So-
some here and there. There's a
Yeah.
high, but yeah, they're
For
they're
the-
down
the
low.
But
majority
not like
are-
last year. They're high when we saw them in the morning. They were coming down,
Yeah.
and then they were
Oh,
sitting
that's
in
what
the
it was
creek.
2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, they're feeding.
But this is a total.
So they're
different
feeding
winter
high.
We're coming off.
At night they're feeding high. Generally they feed low.
You gotta think they're coming off a total different winter from 2 years prior.
Well, it's a total different.
There's a lot of
Canyon.
feed here, plain and simple.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of feed here last year too.
Yeah. I thought it was shorter, though.
It was dry.
It was drier.
Last
because
year's
up
a
there where
lot
they're eating,
drier
I
up
thought,
in the
you
high
know,
country than it would
they were
be
just
this year.
chowing, and, you know, I didn't seem like there was that much. But there was spots. There's more this year, I'm pretty sure.
I bet there was feet of snow up here in the end of June. Still.
Oh yeah.
Up
I
in
mean,
this
there was a
area.
lot of snow up in here when I was up in
2
here.
years ago, there probably wasn't much snow.
When I was
at all
hiking through
at the end
here
of June.
in the beginning of August, there was still snow in here.
Yeah. You don't know.
I think that makes a
hard
big
to tell how
difference.
much. But it's laying.
Well, there was a lot of snow.
Yeah, okay.
I think they had a significant snowpack up
I
in
think
here.
it changes because they go up higher later, and they leave the high country later.
But
It's
they're
probably-
doing the same thing they were doing 2 years ago when we popped over here that one day. They're doing the same thing.
Not really, because they were moving up.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
No,
They
weren't.
moved up to that pass in the morning,
No, I
and they
fucking
would have
watched them.
moved down in the afternoon. They were betting on that side hill 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that's where some of them are betting
No,
now.
there's
Some of 'em
nothing up in there.
Well,
I think there's some of them
like
there.
they said, sometimes there are. So the majority, I
I
think,
think
are
you're
bending
wrong,
down low.
Danny.
And
That's where Bob just walked through this afternoon.
I know,
If they were
because
up
he's
in
been over there tramping the whole area up.
yeah, but he don't scare anything. He don't even
just-
step on the ground.
He just shoots at him.
You can
I just float.
blow through an area and you don't even scare anything.
It's a
I could
special
walk
skill.
half this- He's like a ghost.
My dad always talks about floating through the woods like the autumn breeze.
So Robert's
when you're
the ghost, and what's
275
hard?
pounds, I don't know how you do that, but
The Freightliner.
He's pretty good today. I was proud of him.
yesterday morning
He
when
was
I was
following me all day. He was doing good.
glassing,
I love watching you just run bushes and little trees over.
I was up on the pass yesterday morning.
I seen the two little guys.
Yeah, you seen him.
I was
seen this
Well, you
Yesterday morning, I'm glassing up on the pass and I see these deer moving. And I'm like, ooh, there's some deer moving. All of a sudden, I just see this person just head down, just hauling ass, wearing shorts and a t-shirt with a pack on.
could you
And I'm
feel
like,
the ground shaking?
I'm like, is that Tard? You're like a mile. It's like
What the
easily.
fuck else would it be?
Well, I know. So I'm like waiting. I'm like looking for you to come out, and you'd never
have
come
no
out.
idea how many other
But there's
guys
just
came
deer
out.
running everywhere. There was deer. You probably didn't know it, but there was just deer running all over the place.
Well, I seen
Well, there was deer
like, I heard
all over
doe.
yesterday morning.
Yeah,
I
there's
seen
deer
her
all over
doe.
today.
Still hard, yeah.
Or I thought they were doe. I mean, I didn't have my binocs on me, but I seen a bunch of doe early
Yeah,
when I was cutting through.
yeah,
I seen all them, but I didn't see no horns.
yeah. That I didn't. Did I?
There was
I
a
don't
good
think I saw
4x4
any horns.
there, and it might be the one you seen when you were hauling the meat. And
I
you
mean-
think it might be the one that I seen last year. He's just
That was a decent.
there's
I
a
mean,
decent buck.
Yeah.
I was 400 or 500 yards away, and he was to the ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
that's what I seen.
Oh, so you could tell just that far away. You could tell.
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
good
he's
one in
there.
there.
I mean, I'm sure Velva adds to it, but
Yeah,
he's
but
there.
he's a good buck.
But think about how wide.
He's got to be on the
Really
jihad
is a-
list.
What do you say they are? 20?
Least minimum.
Because they gotta be.
They're probably more like 22.
They're more like 24.
Yeah, they might be.
You think so?
Yep, on a older buck.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the ones like my buck, he was almost 25 at the forks.
Yeah.
Only 20 at the
He was
beams,
20 down in. Yeah.
and he was inside the ears,
Right.
and he looked narrow,
Yeah, he did. You're right.
and he was narrow.
I'm
but
telling you, this is a good buck.
so
I
if
seen
they're
the
out to
other
their
morning.
ears, they're a good.
I
freaking
thought
buck.
I know I got close to him. I don't know what happened, but I know. I
It's
know
just a
it was
matter of
close.
time. We've been really close the last couple days.
Tomorrow seems like one of those days.
Our
Yeah.
shit is gonna get all fucked.
What kind of day does it seem like to you, Danny?
Where we're gonna shoot $3, come here and
Again.
drink vodka.
Oh yeah, dream on.
come
baby.
over here and drink vodka and eat backstraps all day long.
That
Again.
sounds like,
And just eat.
sounds like my type of day.
Till
Good
they're
night,
gone.
boys.
Night,
I'll
Robert.
see you in the morning.
Night, night.
I'm
It's
ready
been
to
fun.
rock and roll.
Thanks
Unless
for the
somebody wants me
vodka.
to tag along, I'm gonna go glass in the morning.
I think it'd be good to have some glass. And,
Keep the radio on,
Yeah, keep in contact.
because I will follow your direction. Give me north, south, east, west, up, down.
What
left,
do we
right.
want to do with these
I'm gonna be on the
cans?
both sides of the mountain though. I'm gonna be on that side and this
Yeah.
side. So
What do we,
I'm
like,
not
we
gonna
got
be prejudiced.
meat and taters and stuff here. What do we want to do with this stuff?
I
keister.
was just gonna leave it.
Was that
Well, I'm
all?
gonna pick up at the end, but no sense bringing it there.
No, I agree. I just
We haven't had any signs of bear yet, but
Knock on wood.
I'd
this
rather
is
have them
one
up
way
here
to bring them
fucking,
about.
fucking shit up.
I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. I've done a lot of glass and I haven't seen a bear.
I haven't seen a bear sign either.
No, I haven't seen any bear shit or anything.
So funny thing, was it me and you, Danny? Saw that little lady this morning. She had nice yoga pants on. I'd like to, just see what was on her.
Easy.
Oh yeah, we talked to
You're on the
it's
podcast.
girl.
I said I would have liked to. I didn't. I'm married. I can't.
Right, but
But she goes, "Are there bears up here?" I go, "Haven't seen any." She goes, "That's good." And her boyfriend's like, "Yeah, she's pretty worried about him." I go, "But the guy saw a big mountain lion."
and the
they're
bears,
like-
the
they're
bears
like,
can
"What?"
smell the menstruation, so I hope you're.
I go, I wouldn't worry about a bear anyways.
No,
I go, they're not a big deal. I go, the mountain lion though.
the mountain
that's a
lion.
problem.
I'd worry about that.
And
yeah.
she's just like, they're both like, well, all right.
Did you say something to them about this trail being rough going down?
No, we ask everybody. They don't care.
Because they were like, oh, I heard this trail's real bad. I'm like, nah, it's okay. You'll be all right.
Oh yeah, so that was probably us.
A couple spry young kids like you can make it down there.
Well, we've been asking everybody, like, hey, you've been down this trail?
I've been down it. Tard's been down it. You've been down or just
Dude,
up it?
It's 1,200 feet
It's
from here
Right.
to the trailhead.
it's just
23.
3,000 feet of
so
elevation
here's
to
the
other
deal.
trailhead.
Here's the deal with this trail. It's single track, right, Tard? It's single track, and it's a lot of
Like,
rocks and stuff.
What I
like,
remember, it was really nice. It's really nice
in the
off the
start.
get go.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
that's
then
what
it
we-
is fucking
that's what-
absolutely hairy, like big rocks. I mean, it's like big steps. It's not like like all this little shit we
So
step
it's like
on.
the beginning of Gore where it's huge steps on the rocks.
Yeah, I would say it's similar.
Yeah, you're
to
doing
that.
like
Yeah.
there's a big elevation climb from bing to bing.
Mhm.
It's not.
And that's what Slicky's other new friend, the Uber driver, said.
I got a
He
list of
said
people
it's
I've met.
halfway
this
down, it's really rough, and then the other half is like...
It is. It's you can fly on the other half. It's flat. I mean, it's like a ATV trail.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that they're thinking about.
I'm
and
wondering
that's the
about-
part that they're telling you about.
Right.
But
I'm
Well,
wondering
the
if
other
we
part
could
fucking
save,
blows.
I'm wondering if we could save ourselves a little bit by just getting meat over the pass and staging it at our last campsite.
This is the second time you brought this up in an hour.
and then I know
You feel pretty good about
just
that.
saying, I think it's a really good idea. Then
Are
we-
you volunteering your services to haul this?
No,
over the
Hey,
I'm.
if you get to the
I'm
top of the mountain,
just
I'll get it to the rest of the
saying-
way.
path? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Actually, Tard,
Is-
I can get it to the top. Right at this moment in time, I can't go down to the top.
You get to the top of the mountain, I'll get the
I'll get
rest.
to the top.
So
So,
that's,
I gotta
that's
know.
Part of, that's
That's-
part of it here.
I
is
can go to the
like-
top.
What
I
is your?
guarantee you guys get one meal there. I'll get that fucker out one trip.
I know you will.
We know.
With me on your back.
We're not worried about the mule deer.
No.
What is the music of choice? I mean, you were locked in there.
Little
Yeah, what
Lady
do you
Gaga.
listen to?
I told you, man. NSYNC,
Is
Backstreet
it
Boys.
Backstreet Boys? You like that?
Backstreet's back.
All right. Hold this thing up the
That's
hill.
good. Like, there's good cadence there. You can
Yeah.
kind of keep moving.
Is that how you get your rhythm?
I can't give away my secrets.
You can't give away your secrets.
They're like workout secrets. I just
Whatever it is, it
Can't-
works for you. It was funny because you must have had your headphones in because yesterday morning I was up at the pass and it's not that far. It's maybe 200 yards, and you're at the meet where you were hanging the stage in the meet, and I'm whistling at you trying to get you to turn around. I'm like, hey, turn.
Tard gets focused.
And you were like just turned around and you were just gone. And I was on the phone with my wife, and I'm like, Sarah, I gotta go. I go, Tard needs help. So I tried catching up to you when I lost you. I don't know where the hell you went. Like you just disappeared into the rock slide and you're
He
just
gone.
gone. Tonight, okay.
I went like this with all my clothes,
Yeah.
and I just shoved it in my pack, and we ran out of here. And then it was getting cold down there. I'm like, damn it. Because they're all in the clothes pack that I strap to my backpack.
Right.
Yeah.
So tonight, I have my spotting scope, tripod, binoculars. I got rain gear top and bottom.
Oh, you
I
got
got
everything.
puffy pants, puffy jacket. Did I use fucking any of it? Bugle tube, none of it. Like my pack, I ended up dumping it 3 times to go on my blown stocks. So
Yeah.
you carry all this stuff, and it's like, what do you really need? I'm still wearing the same thing I wore when I left camp, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
No,
Holy fuck, he's finally learning.
I know right
Yeah.
where I.
So I don't need all this stuff.
I know right where I screwed up.
Holy shit.
And that wind was coming up the hill where me
And
and
how much
Danny was
weight
sitting.
has that been that you've been fucking dragging around?
A lot. How much is your? Do you know how much your pack weighs when you?
Carrying it in?
Yeah.
With
Like-
a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, it was well over 50.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like
I mean, I'm
50.
at like 70. I'm
50,
easily
what
at
do you think?
70.
It's high 50s.
That's where I need to be. I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, I think just my pack was 50, but then, Encores are heavy. They're
The food,
Eight.
like how much food?
Yeah,
are you
yours with
carrying?
wood's probably 8.
No, I carried in 11 days.
But how much?
11?
How much weight did you weigh your food or no?
No. I don't.
That I'm the same way.
See, like my scale is what I step on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
So
don't
you
have.
weigh yourself.
I
then you
don't
put your-
have. I don't have what Brian has, that hang on thing or whatever.
I did half pay for that scale, but
Yeah, that's Billy's.
it doesn't make a difference.
You
for-
didn't have to pay for it. You quarters used it.
I quarters used it.
And Tard's in on it too. Once he, what are we gonna buy?
Arrow cutter.
I want an arrow cutter and I
told-
know you want the balance shaft, the balance thing.
If you guys
I
are
haven't
gonna
even looked into
fucking, if you guys are gonna go, I'll chip in. I don't give a shit.
Well, if you really want the balance thing, then maybe we'll.
What are you talking about? Balance thing.
Well, the backward stabilizer to balance your bow. That goes up.
Front and back. So you have all the weight. When you pull back, it's completely symmetrical.
Balanced.
Yep. That's
So
why
when
it's
you
a
pull
balance
back,
stabilizer.
you know how you
So
have
is that
perfect,
a tool?
No,
You-
it's just a stabilizer.
It's a
that goes out
stabilizer.
on an angle.
Okay.
to
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
left.
I know. Okay. I've
You have
seen
a
those.
perfect weight forward, and you
Yes.
have a perfect weight sideways
Yes.
back, but at least you know what it is.
Yeah.
So we can try.
But
that.
why? But why would we try one? Is Tard just gonna do it?
Why? I mean,
What do we
like,
need
I do like a lot of 3D shooting in the wintertime,
Yeah.
and it's like that's what guys fuck with.
Those back.
So you
the
can
back
turn the
weights,
weight to
yeah.
where it goes and how much weight you put on it,
Oh, this fucking
and that probably gets your sight level.
right.
You know, and if you have
Sight
that-
level quicker.
Yeah, it balances, especially longer shots, right? a little bit easier to.
Right. But I don't know nothing.
Remember that time we went 3D shooting,
I'm just
Brian
a
and
dummy.
I? Did you wait? Did you? You didn't go. No, you didn't go. What the day we went to back in the winter, my brother and I and Danny and Scott went to. What was that? What's that other place called?
I'm not a big fan of 3D shoots.
Well, I lost and broke like 3 arrows in like a 10 target. Just panicking, just
That's
slamming
not-
the trigger.
Dude, that's a bad sign.
I know it is a bad sign. I've been working on it. I was actually in really good shape before the Total Archery Challenge. And,
Total Archery Challenge. I blew my bow up the night before.
oh, did you hear about that?
Put
No.
it back together.
So
Remember-
the night before.
I was invited to Total Archery.
Well, I see.
Challenge.
I'm next year. You're
was that
coming.
was that on the podcast?
Yeah.
And what? Yeah. Next year you're coming.
Hey man, nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. That's the deal.
You're not perfect.
You're pretty close, Tard.
I'm
You're
far
an
from-
elk killing,
I'm
meat
far-
I just want
hauling.
to sip
I'm
because
far
I feel like if me and you
I'm far from
share,
perfect.
that's good. Share something.
Sonny,
I'm
Slicky?
gonna share.
why not?
I'm gonna share in your elk killing abilities. I'm so proud of you,
I
buddy.
almost killed an elk today.
You did good, buddy.
I did.
And
Oh, what?
You,
No.
you guys need more than I.
No. Fuck you! I gotta kill something
Open it up.
Oh, it's
This is like two guys, one cup.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God, you're too generous.
Friendship.
I know.
First you give us your meat. Second you give us your alcohol. What a guy.
Turtle.
We're gonna,
I
have to
couldn't.
we're gonna have to edit.
Oh, there's
a
gonna be
lot.
a significant amount of editing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of.
I've, through all the backwoods communication, Robert shot first. He got the elk. I'm like, well, cool, but I'm disappointed, you know. And then when I find out that you got it, I mean,
Yeah, we
I
were all
was
pretty
fucking
jacked up.
just couldn't been more excited. You know what I mean? It's not that I wouldn't.
Do you have your phone on you?
Do
Can we
Let's
see the video? Ooh,
Is
which
that your
pocket?
ball bag or your pocket?
You talking shit to me about where you put your phone. You got that thing keistered.
Yeah, you got yours keistered.
Listen,
What?
you guys talk about this keystern thing. That's like that hits close to home sometimes because like.
What'd you-
that's
oh,
like-
there's your Pernod sticker right there. Was that thing keistered?
Dude, that's a fucking jail issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Me
That's
and Brian, if we
that's
ever
a
get
real
stuck-
thing, and you guys talk about it like it's nothing, but that happens.
It is. Have you ever had to search a keister?
That's a different.
You don't have to answer that question. You don't have to.
See, I can't. Like, I'm actually in the works or something, so I gotta like think about this here. Which one it is?
So, anyways, I just want to let you know that I couldn't have been happier to find out that, you know, you whacked it good. Like I said, couldn't be happier
Yeah.
for Robert if he shot it, but
But he's shot elk before.
he shot elk before, and I just was hoping that, you know, it was you.
Got some nudie pics?
Ooh, well, I see.
Oh, I see a 41-second video. That's got to be it.
I think it is.
Let's see.
Yep, there's it.
Is that the bull right there?
Yep.
I don't see him.
He's coming in right there. Center mass.
Mm-hmm.
That wind was howling.
So I fucking whipped the phone down. Wait. Wait.
Hear me crash?
What did you get him? No idea.
That's awesome.
Who said that?
I did. You can't see him sitting right
So,
there.
No, I see him.
so what did the bull run and then stop?
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
He's fucking
He's quarter 2.
He's fucking coming right at us. I mean, that's
I love the fucking sound of gunshots. You think immediately.
this game on now, bitch. Ready?
No idea.
Who said did you get him?
Bob.
You took a quick shot though, right?
Dude, he's running.
Oh, he's running when he shot? I thought he stopped.
When you shot him, he was running?
No, he's running.
Wow, that's awesome. Hard shot on the run.
Yeah, but it wasn't planned. Like
Just
not
a
at
point
all.
and shoot.
What are you running for sights? Did you use a peep sight?
Yeah.
You got the peep.
Yeah. Well, I got.
Did you do that front sight?
I did.
The crosshairs?
I did, but I needed it when I was putting it on the range.
Yeah.
I needed it to get raised, so I had to have a custom.
Like a plate thing? Shim or something?
Well, it had to get shimmed, or I had to get you know, your ramp to
Yeah.
go higher.
What?
Did you get no.
The ramp had to go higher.
Yeah.
But then I went and talked to the gunsmith, and he's like, "You're a fool because you're hunting in the pines and stuff." He's like,
Just
stick with what you got.
use the
because-
bead.
because you're gonna be shooting in low light conditions. and-
Yeah. So you just have the front bead and then the peep sight.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Did you get him? No idea.
Dude,
You just pulled up and
I fucking pull up the. I mean, you see tan.
Yeah.
It's like, you remember when I shot that one? You're like, well, where'd you put it on? I'm like,
Who the
dude,
fuck
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I put it on a fucking piece of fucking tan, and I fucking pulled the trigger. I don't fucking know. I was shaking like a leaf on a fucking tree. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You weren't shaking taking that video though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was fairly impressive.
That's awesome.
Maybe that's why it was so smooth, because I wasn't the shooter.
You were on the money.
Yeah, you weren't the original
I
shooter.
I should give you my GoPro tomorrow and you just wear that thing around, just record everything. as there's just boom, 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 boom.
There's nothing better
Yeah.
than the sound.
Did you hit
of a
him? No
gunshot.
idea. And then there'll just be, oh, got a dead one here. Oh, got a dead one over here. They're coming down off that hill at sunup, and they're
They're
just
gonna come
be,
down. It's not gonna be good for
It's
them.
not gonna be good. They're gonna be stacked up. Thanks, Colonel.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not tired, but
This made me sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know why you were laughing though, Brian. Did I say something funny? am I a fucking clown?
do I look like a clown?